here. So let's connect to breath. Just a gradual deepening, foregrounding of our breath. Right, and here's to bringing the best quality of energy and attention in and through our body today. Let's relax the arms beside us. We're going to go into the shoulders. Inhale, feeling the breath spread and expand the back muscles and the bones. And then gathering the tops of the shoulders, shoulder blades. Exhale, squeeze. And I'll describe two distinct squeezes that we could do as we draw the shoulders down. All right, so here's that detail. Inhale, relaxing the back of the shoulder, the back muscles. And so one squeeze is gathering the arm bone toward the shoulder blade, and the other is gathering the shoulder blades toward the shoulder blades. Exhaling, squeeze and dragging down. Inhaling, releasing the squeeze. And gathering arm bone towards shoulder blade, and then shoulder blades towards spine. Exhaling and squeeze. Draw down. All right. When we release, we'll switch the cross of our legs, and we'll do one more round of those, just on the other side of our crossed legs. Inhaling. And gathering the arm bones toward the shoulder blade. And then gathering the shoulder blades toward each other. Exhaling, squeeze, drag down. And release. And here are the middle parts, arm bones towards shoulder blades towards shoulder blades. Last point. So this is going for the rhomboids or the middle of the back or the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Moving on exhale, the gathering the arm bones toward the blades, the bottom tips of the blades toward each other. And when we release, we're going to let the abdominals just help us kind of re-expand that back side. So let's do that. We'll unwind. Lie on back. Now how the abdominals are an unwind for the back, especially the upper back. So when I place my hands behind the head, lift the elbows toward the sky. We could, of course, do this feet on ground or feet off ground, knees over hips. Inhale, move the elbows into the sky, the tip of the nose, the collarbones. And pausing with the shoulder blades elevated, the upper back broader. Exhaling, reach out through the left leg. Letting the back of the neck be relaxed, the face muscles. And we'll sink the low belly down. Inhale, bend left knee. And subtly keep lifting the elbows into the sky. Exhaling, reach out through the right leg. Splay the foot bones. Draw low belly in. Inhale, bend knee. Keep intoning, elbows into the sky, nose tip to the sky. Exhaling, reach out through the left. Relaxing the head in the hands. So if you feel your neck tensing in order to do the leg maneuver, so keep relaxing the head and the neck, sink the low belly down. Inhale, bend left knee. Elbows to sky, nose tip to sky. And then exhale, reach through the right leg. Feel that the neck, the head can relax in the hands as the right leg moves out, as the belly sinks down. All right, inhale, bend the right knee. Let's do 3 more on each side. Please continue. Keep lifting the elbows to the sky. The reason is you get the shoulder blades off the ground. There's a deep line of abdominals and there's a more superficial aspect of the abdominals that engage. So the deep pertains to the spine and the superficial is probably what we all think of most readily. So we're teaching ourselves to breathe in that condition, back stable condition. We're teaching ourselves to breathe in that condition, which is abdominal pressure. Okay. There's a host of reasons and activities that abdominal pressure is necessary. And that we'll need to breathe with that abdominal pressure. They're not mutually exclusive. So we're learning how to breathe under very soft, releasing conditions, but also pressurized conditions, inverted conditions. We're learning how to breathe well in many different kind of body weight bearing conditions. All right, let's do one more. We'll do a gate opener. If you have an object, a block or a roll, we'll grab it, place it between legs. Ensure you have adequate space to your left and to your right. And starting with the legs skyward, inhale into the low belly, low back. And holding that breath just for a moment. Get a little abdominal pressure. You can create it. You can guide it. Squeeze the object. Exhale, float the head and the shoulder blades off the ground. So the elbows lift into the sky, the nose tip lifts to the sky. I'm saying to the sky, it's a different direction than toward the legs. So lifting up, increased that abdominal pressure and activation, draw the low belly down. Take your right hand, hold the object between your legs as you inhale, the legs apart. Nose tip into the sky. Exhaling, tailbone shifts away from the brain, somewhat toward the sky. Head is relaxed in the hands. Sink the low belly down. Ensure the face muscles feel soft each and every time. Inhaling, bring the legs together, place the head down. Hold, squeeze, exhale, nose tip into the sky, collarbone toward the sky. And sink the low belly down. And as you're drawing the belly down, feel that the eyes are soft, the head's resting in the hand. Left hand to object. Inhale the legs apart. Keeping the collarbone moving subtly toward the sky. Exhaling. Feel the tailbone lengthening away from your hand, away from your brain. Jaws relaxed, legs reach, head can release into the hand. Sink the low belly down. Inhale, legs together, so we'll set the head down. Yet breathing into the low belly, into the low back. Squeeze the object. Exhale, float the head and the shoulder blades up. And sink the low belly down. Hand to roll. Inhale, legs apart. Exhale. Reaching through the legs. Sinking the low belly down. Inhale, legs together, setting the head down. Feel that breath continues to spread into the low back as the head is going down. Squeeze the object. Exhale, the head, the shoulder blades up. Go lifting through the elbows, lifting through the nose tip. Sinking the low belly down. And we'll do this last one, hand to object. Inhaling into the low belly, keeping the nose tip moving towards sky. Legs apart. Exhale. Feel the tip of the tailbone moving away from the brain toward the sky. The legs reach. Belly sinks. The head's relaxing in the hand. Inhaling, bring the legs together. And exhaling, set the head down, set the feet down. When you turn to a side, we'll press and do a little dolphin. So start off with the shoulders over the elbows. In this way, I can draw the shoulder blades apart from one another. If my shoulders are backed way over here, like not behind my elbows, I won't get that spreading. I won't get that lengthening through the traps. So I go shoulders over elbows. This allows me to spread those upper trapezius. And then exhaling the knees off the ground. So breathing well in these conditions, how does that occur for you? What is that to breathe well in all conditions? As one of my doctor friends says, you are what you absorb. It's kind of a funny little statement that has a lot of applications to our breath work. You know, when we breathe well, best quality of energy, of attention, do we sense that in the body? So this dolphin's just helping us bring up one particular sliver or flavor of that life force. Okay, and we're going to walk the feet toward the elbows just by about 1 inch. Okay, just 1 inch. Having walked the feet a little closer, use the strength of the legs. Lift the sit bones away from the shoulders. Push the ground, getting lighter in the shoulders. Feel the back of the neck relaxing, the neck structure softens, and then find out by way of fluid, the weight of fluids, if there's more transaction, fluid transaction through the neck, through the brain. And then release, we'll set the knees down. Inhaling the hands under the shoulders. Exhaling, downward dog. All right, inhale, step the left foot forward. Step into a warrior two. But at first, we're going to let our hands be on the ground. Okay, so I'm in a warrior two stance, my left leg bent, but I'm letting my hands be on the ground. In this way, we can do a little bit of wrist work, hand wrist work, without too much pressure. So I have my fingertips pointing into the space between my legs. And I'm just trying to find just a nice place for both hands, both wrists. Just move them around until you feel that a good position, good working spot. Inhaling into the upper back. And as we're exhaling, we're just going to do a little lateral shift. Lateral meaning toward the left foot and toward the right foot. I'm just going to slide my stance and my trunk a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. So I'm moving a little bit in and out of the stance, but the point is just to feel that the wrists The wrist joints are moving. There's a lot of synovia and there's some discs, little lubricating actions for the hands. I'm bearing most of the pressure through my feet. And then inhaling, we'll bring the hands up to the legs, coming upright, reaching the arms out to the side, exhaling, gliding the shoulders away from the neck, spreading open the hands. Warrior two. And moving arms in eagle on exhale. And take the left elbow over the right. Linking, touching those hands. And so the inquiry I'm just kind of dropping in through our practice is, what is that best, highest quality of energy, of attention that you're able to work with in your body? I think one of the cool things about this inquiry is it keeps putting on us that we have this amazing, radical responsibility for our cellular culture, right? So at any time we do have the capacity to dim our cellular culture, our environment, we can work in very bright, brilliant ways. Inhaling, unwind, releasing the arms. Head to ankle prep. So now exhaling, the left hand to the left thigh and the right hand to the ground. Use a block if you need a block. So how do we breathe and work in a way that brings kind of that nourishing oxygen into the body, that opens up structure so that it can absorb what is nourishing? And release. Inhale, we'll walk the hands toward the left foot and we'll set the right knee down. I'll recommend padding, so just get a little something extra under the right knee. Lunge first, inhaling the arms overhead. And exhaling, pressing down through that left leg, even if it's a little warm or burny, and just feeling that lightness in the left hip. There's so much correspondence. When I can feel spacious and light in the body, even if just for a moment, it often corresponds with a sense of feeling the lightness, openness. And when I do those kind of grindy, grudgy, trudgy postures, There's usually a psychological profile that goes with those two. Heeled butt lunge. Inhaling, I go left hand to thigh, right hand to right foot. And so a best quality of energy, of breath, of attention is compatible with any level of effort, any kind of effort. So I don't have to pull this foot as hard as I can toward my hip. I don't have to make the hardest, gnarliest stretch. I can just simply lift my foot off the ground and breathe in a way that feels cellularly cleansing or brightening. How do I work within these conditions? How do I breathe well here? How do I start to, here's where I can feel light. Here's that little spark of brilliance right in here. Good, release. Inhaling, we'll set that right foot down, the hands down. Exhaling, chaturanga. We'll step left foot back. And lower, drawing the shoulders away from the head. Cobra, hands forward, legs lengthily reaching back. Inhale, softening through the belly, under the heart. Exhaling, lower, reset the hands under the chest. Downward dog. Inhale the right foot forward, taking a warrior two stance. Placing both hands on the ground. I'm going right between my feet. Again, the fingertips pointing into that space behind or between my legs. And I'm just going to select just a slightly altered wrist position, just for the sake of variety. And note, so I'm doing a little bit of a lateral shift. I'm just kind of shifting my torso a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right, and just something in the order of an inch, if that. But I'm breathing as my hands are opening and adjusting and moving. Breathing as you feel your hands opening and adjusting. Breathing as the hands remain open. And we're moving with open hands. The hands are both expressors of and communicators to the brain, but also the mind. So the quality of our mind, if we don't know how to assess or how to start to get to know that, the hands are a really concrete way of getting to understand the state, the quality of mind we're expressing or experiencing at any given moment. All right, so now inhaling, place the right hand on the right thigh. We're just helping our trunk upright, warrior two. Exhaling, reaching those arms out to side, gliding the shoulders away from the neck. And I'll encourage you in this Warrior Two, this brief meditation called Warrior Two, to get a sense inside the hands. Are they moving? Are they fidgeting? Are they a part of the space of the forearm? Are they a part of the space of the room? Arms an eagle, exhaling, the right over the left. Deepening breath. If you're not sure, deepening breath, the way we can promote that physically is just deepen the stance, right? Inhaling, reach the arms out to side. Here's that head to ankle prep. Right hand on right thigh. Exhaling the left hand in front of the left hip. And keeping the feet active, opening the feet, just like we're opening up the hands. And just providing a light pressure. For our purposes today, more importantly than the pressure or the hip socket, so what is the quality of breath, the quality of energy that we're bringing into this head to ankle prep move? If the breath, as it arrived, contacted the body, if it had a flavor, a weight, an electricity, a lightness to it, what would that be like? Would it be opaque or transparent? Would it be fragrant or nourishing? Would it be oxygenated? What is the quality of attention moving through that area right now? All right, when we release, inhale, we'll walk the hands toward the right foot. Set the left knee down, patting. Get a little extra cushion under the left knee for lunge first. And heel to butt, so I go right hand, right thigh, left hand, left foot. Can you feel lightness underneath the brain? Can you feel lightness or a growing sense of buoyancy around the the left hip, the right hip. Release, left foot down. Inhaling, hands under shoulders. Exhaling, downward, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward dog. Archer and warrior one. Inhale, step your left foot forward. Grab a strap if you need. And we'll go right elbow up, left elbow down. Right, up, left, down. Reaching through the right arm. Feel the mid ribs, the upper ribs growing more spacious. And then bringing breath into those mid ribs and those upper ribs. So I breathe there with the intent of feeling, finding, inquiring. Sensing more spaciousness here possible, right in here. Okay. And if so, feel that the mid back can articulate, lift up. The upper back can start to arch and lift away from the mid back. So we're getting into just a little bit of a back bend. So if I can feel the ribs responding to breath, the spine responding to breath, I can start to move little by little into just a teeny bit of a back bend. Okay. And then when we release the hands from Archer, place both hands on the back of the hips, either with fists, like so, or thumb and forefinger. Whatever allows you to also be able to gather elbow toward elbow. So there will be a little back muscular engagement here. Inhaling, pressing down through the hands atop the hips. So telescoping the ribs. Exhaling, gather elbow toward elbow. And just enough to feel the front of the heart, the front of the chest, a bit more exposed. Pressing down, gliding the arm bones and the shoulders down. And release. Easy twisting warrior. So I'm going to set the strap down. Inhale the right hand to the ground. About 1-2 feet inside the left foot. Exhaling the left arm into the sky. And again, just keep inquiring, what is the quality of energy, the quality of attention that I'm bringing into my cell tissues? And I think once, when we get just how vital and how potent the quality of our mind is and how it exerts a clarifying influence in the body, then there's certain qualities, certain things that no longer become healthy feeling, like righteousness, or when I'm 70% breathing pretty well and I'm 30% still kind of lingering on some other issue, feeling really righteous about it, right? I'm still dragging that stuff in through my cell tissue, like it's still in the water. Inhale, we'll bring the left hand down. Exhaling, chaturanga. So we just keep refining how clear and how nourishing. Inhaling, upward dog. Is each and every breath. Exhaling, downward dog. How do I show up 100% interested in these moments in and with my body, the cellular environment? So I'm not dragging these other items or issues or flavors or weights, just marinating in those. Inhale, the left foot forward. Archer. Pardon me, it'd be the right foot forward. Pardon me, so I've got the right foot forward, warrior one stance. The archer is left elbow up, right elbow down. Or put another way, just to verbalize it differently, it's like, what is the best breath I can do for me right now? And then you enact it, and you just try it on. Every single breath, we're trying these things on. This is kind of the individual beauty of these practices, is we don't know until we try it on. What is the absolute best quality of breath I can do for me in this condition right now? And then I breathe it. And then I try it again. I breathe it again. Right? So you're feeling it as you're doing it. Which allows us to make little adjustments, kind of refine our attention, refine our breath, refine. I will release the hands from archer. We'll place the hands on the hips, either knuckles in the back of the pelvis, or thumb and forefinger wrapped around the hip bone. Inhaling, hands press downward, ribs telescope upward. Exhaling, elbow toward elbow. And now starting to wash that breath through the heart and behind the sternum. Good, easy twisting warrior. Releasing the hands, inhale. Left hand to ground, couple feet inside the right foot. Exhaling the right arm skyward. Inhaling the right hand down, exhaling chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog. Exhaling downward dog. All right. Inhale, let's walk our feet forward, come to standing, and that strap will form into a large loop. It's about time we get some more dancer and back bends going, so here goes. So you know how to do this. I don't think I need to offer too much instruction. I'm going to do it with the wall because it's so convenient. So dancer, just a light reminder, we're standing on one leg. Both hands grab the strap fairly equally. Lifting one ankle up at a time. Reaching the arm bones forward, the leg bone back. Keep guiding and feeling breath. The highest place behind the sternum. Almost getting into throat territory with each breath. Getting into high shoulder territory each breath. So let's release that side. We'll switch sides. All right, second side. Right. Release that second side. Kind of want to do each side more. So let me just draw your attention to time. Let's do each side again, but if you're kind of getting close to time, start to bring yourself to the ground seated and Shavasana. Let's do like a 4 or 6 breath each side again. So here we go, round 2. Round 2, first side. And when we release, second side, second time. Hope this feels good to you. And again, work it in a way that feels appropriate. If you're feeling a lot of struggle, then we bring that struggling quality of mind into ourselves. So maybe the way I start to diminish the struggle is maybe I just stand in a place where I know I'm pain-free, and I just work on that quality of breath, feeling that there's, right, and then I can always tip in a little bit. When we slow these processes down and these transitions, there's a lot we can find that feels welcome in our body. Good. And let's release. All right. Let's have a seat. In straddle. So this first round of Uddiyana, I'll stay rather upright, and then the subsequent, take a little bit more fold. So again, first round, I'm going to stay rather upright, inhaling into the low belly and the low back. A swift exhalation out the mouth. Remain empty. I'm just using the belly, the drawing in, to help me find and feel back. So as I'm sinking, puckering the belly in, flaring the ribs, lifting the ribs away from the hips. I'm using this as a back release. Okay. Release when you need a breath. Okay, so I'm just going to take a super modest amount of fold for the second round. When you're ready, exhale it out, keeping the legs active, drawing the belly in again to just relieve and find and feel the back. Using the hands to provide a lengthening effect. Keep the hands where they are, relaxing the belly, and continue to breathe deeply into the low belly. So we just walk the hands forward just another inch or so. Inhale, walk the hands back toward your legs, help the legs together, and we'll lie back for Shavasana. And as you lie back, if you decide you need to do a couple more little final maneuvers like hugging the knees in, of course, it's about listening to your body. What does it need to feel soothed and able to move into rest? And as we stay connected to breath, we're finding the way the breath lands, contacts the body. Can you feel how that is so? Feel how the breath imparts or helps us remember that kind of spark, that brilliance. So in a sense, it may kind of occur to you as if your breath is brightening up. Your interior is brightening up the cells. And when you're ready, bend knees. Turn to a side and press to seated. Namaste.